सोनम, आई वॉन्ट टू बिगिन बाय आस्किंग यू, सोनम, क्या हुआ था आपके पिताजी के साथ? उन्होंने अपनी जान आखिर जिस तरह से रिपोर्ट में आया है क्यों ले ली सोनम?
सर 20th को लास्ट मंथ 20th को उन्हें फर्स्ट कॉल आया था कि आपके नंबर से एचडीएफसी नंबर पे टेरर फंडिंग हुई है। 21 को उन्होंने क्राइम ब्रांच में लिखने के लिए एप्लीकेशन भी लिखा था, बट आई डोंट नो ड्यू टू सम रीजन वो सबमिट करने ही जा रहे थे। सेम टाइम पे उन्हें एक कॉल आता है, जैसा कि हमें उनके मुंशी ने बताया था, और तुरंत उन्होंने उनसे 1 घंटा बात की और उसके बाद उन्होंने वो एप्लीकेशन सबमिट नहीं की जो कि वो क्राइम ब्रांच में सबमिट करने जा रहे थे। उसके बाद जब हमारे सामने फ़ोन खुला तब हमने देखा 1-1 घंटे का वीडियो कॉल, 1-1 घंटे के वॉइस कॉल। फिर उन लोगों ने पापा को एक सिग्नल ऐप डाउनलोड करवाया था जिसमें पापा पूरी तरीके से ट्रैप्ड थे, उनकी एक-एक एक्टिविटीज़ ट्रैक हो रही थी। पता नहीं उन्होंने ऐसा क्या साइकोलॉजिकल मेरे फादर को मोलेस्ट कर रखा था कि वो किसी से कुछ शेयर भी नहीं कर रहे थे। और
और
ऑन
जबकि
दी
वो एडवोकेट थे, पढ़े लिखे वकील जो कानून जानते हैं।
जब डेफिनेटली वो अवेयर थे तभी उन्होंने एप्लीकेशन भी लिख रखी थी क्राइम ब्रांच में सबमिट करने के लिए। पर किस रीज़न से सेम बस उन्होंने एप्लीकेशन उन्होंने अपने मुंशी से कहा कि मैं सबमिट करने जा रहा हूँ 21st को 1:40 पे, और उनको तुरंत एक कॉल होता है, मतलब उनका फ़ोन भी रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है तभी उन्हें उस और उन्होंने 1 घंटा बात की उससे। उसके बाद उन्होंने वो एप्लीकेशन सबमिट ही नहीं की। ये हमें एप्लीकेशन मिली थी 25 को, जब पुलिस हमारे घर पापा के सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स चेक कर रही थी, तब हमें पता चला कि पापा ने तो एप्लीकेशन भी लिख रखी थी। मतलब ऐसा उन्होंने इतना पापा को मोलेस्ट कर रखा था, इतना साइकोलॉजिकल ट्रैप कर रखा था कि वो किसी से कुछ डिस्कस ही नहीं कर रहे थे। वो अवेयर होते हुए भी वो कैसे ट्रैप्ड हो गए, वो लोग किस तरीके से काम करते हैं, और आज पूरा 1 महीना हो गया है, पुलिस की तरफ से कुछ भी मतलब
और आपके पिताजी मतलब वकील थे, उनको डिजिटल अरेस्ट कर लिया था
हाँ
इन
जी।
साइबर क्रिमिनल्स ने। कैसे
यस।
कांटेक्ट किया या ये पता चल पाया है कौन थे वो लोग? कैसे उन्होंने पिताजी को डिजिटल अरेस्ट किया?
सर ये तो पुलिस का काम है ना, ये हम लोग
जी
कैसे कर
बिल्कुल।
सकते हैं? एंड टुडे इज़ द 1 मंथ, लास्ट मंथ 24 को ये हुआ है, आज पूरा 1 महीना हो गया है, पर पुलिस पता नहीं कौन से स्टेटमेंट इकट्ठे कर रही है, क्या कर रही है, कि उन्होंने अभी तक उस केस में कुछ आगे किया ही नहीं है, जो कि उन्हें
Okay,
करना चाहिए था। क्योंकि
let me bring in our experts on this, Mr. Kumar, as DCP of Cyber Cell. Would something like this have been preventable? He's an advocate, educated, knows the law, and yet falls victim to a digital arrest.
Yes, Gaurav. I believe this can be prevented, but only if people are aware of the modus operandi of cybercriminals. If they understand what is digital arrest, there is nothing like digital arrest in law of land. Police would not do something like this generally. If somebody is scaring someone on phone, that he or she has been involved in terror funding, money laundering, then we'll have to take that with the pinch of salt. So I believe awareness would be the key for this. Only awareness can prevent something like this.
And that's exactly why on India Today, we're carrying out these exercises and routinely bringing out these stories for everyone to see. सोनम, आपके पिताजी को कहा गया, जिसने भी उनको फोन किया, कि पहलगाम में जो टेरर अटैक हुआ है उसकी फंडिंग उन्होंने की है। क्या किसने क्या कहा ये कुछ पता चल पाया है? वो मोबाइल नंबर जहां से फोन कॉल आते थे, किसने वो ऐप डाउनलोड कराया, कोई जानकारी क्या हुआ था? उन्होंने
जानकारी नहीं हुई है, बस पुलिस ने ये बताया कि वो नंबर शायद दिल्ली और असम के ट्रैक हुए हैं और अभी भी उनसे एक्टिविटीज चल रही है उस नंबर से, बट स्टिल उन लोग उस पे अभी तक उन लोगों ने जाके एक्शन नहीं लिया है। मतलब वो लोग क्या वेट कर रहे हैं? 1 महीना हो गया है, एटलीस्ट ये चीजें तो इमीडिएट बेस पे होनी चाहिए।
आपको कैसे पता चला कि उन्होंने कहा कि आपके पिताजी पर आरोप है कि उन्होंने पहलगाम टेरर फंडिंग की है? ये उन्होंने अपनी एप्लीकेशन में लिखा है क्या?
हाँ जी, उनकी एप्लीकेशन में लिखा है, जो कि मैं आपको शेयर भी कर सकती हूँ।
जी,
उन्होंने अपनी
क्या लिखा उन्होंने? क्या किस तरह से उन पर दबाव डाला गया?
उन पर दबाव डाला गया था कि आप मतलब एंटी टेररिस्ट हो, ये बोल के उन्हें मॉलेस्ट कर रहे थे। और मेरे फादर एक्चुअल में बहुत सोशल वर्कर थे, तो वो हमेशा से ही वो बहुत सोशली इन्वॉल्व थे, तो वो उस चीज़ को बेयर नहीं कर पा रहे थे कि वो लोग उन्हें एंटी टेररिस्ट बोल रहे हैं। उनको फेक एनआईए के सुप्रीम कोर्ट के अरेस्ट वारंट आए हैं और प्रॉपर्टी सीज के वारंट आए हैं मेरे फादर को, ये सारी चीजें। यस, जब फोन खुला तब हमें ये सब चीजें पता चली।
Mr. Ashok Kumar is former DGP of Uttarakhand. He's someone who's written extensively and dealt with cybercrime very extensively. Sir, wonderful having you on the show, but I want to understand from you, if somebody gets a phone call that says, I'm calling from the NIA or I'm calling from CBI or Enforcement Directorate or Customs and you're involved in this fraud, you funded Pahalgam terror attack or words to that effect and your property will be seized, what should an individual do?
Thanks, Gaurav. Firstly, let me tell you, these kind of cyber crimes happen because of fear, greed, or curiosity. So, if you have done nothing wrong, why do you fear? The most important thing is there is nothing like digital arrest at all. There is nothing like digital arrest. It is all a fraud, all a fake thing, all creation of criminals. No police will do a digital arrest with you. So, this awareness needs to be spread to everyone, that it is all fake. Nobody will send you the digital arrest warrant and you are arrested digitally. It is totally fake thing. This needs to be understood. And the most unfortunate thing is that even the lawyers, the police officers who should know everything about law, they also get trapped. That means there is something they are worrying about, they fear something. Otherwise, why, if you have done nothing wrong, let them, how can they connect with the terror funding of a terrorist attack? You have done nothing wrong. Be clear in your conscience. So, and you should realize that all these are cyber frauds. Pehle drugs ke naam pe hota tha, now they have started taking terror funding and all. So, there is pure and pure cyber fraud.
Okay, Mr. Duggal, clearly this isn't an isolated case. What should Sonam's father, who was an advocate by profession, educated, knows the law, could he have done something differently? Because the number of cases are going up exponentially. It's almost like an explosion every year, the attempts that are being made every day now.
Well, as a lawyer, he would have been very much familiar with the legal framework. So first thing I would have expected him to have done is to disconnect. Now he chose not to disconnect and chose, because of FOMO, fear of missing out, to continue the conversation was the reason why he landed up in this new spiral vortex. The fact remains is that as a lawyer, you know that law only requires arrest in the physical format. Even if the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita has come in, it does not really authorize the use of technology for the purposes of arresting. So that's something that should have been there. But please remember, we are all talking about academic concepts. When it comes on to you, you lose your objectivity. You become subjective. You either believe that you are likely to lose something or you are likely to be facing consequences. So as a lawyer who was threatened with the fact that he could be connected with money laundering in terrorism cases on Pahalgam, that could have been one triggering factor while he would have continued this exercise. But I think we have to have a lesson learned from this. Number one, come what may, whatever happens, tomorrow morning there still will be a new day, the sun will still rise. Number two, come what may, the power of disconnection needs to be exercised like a Brahmastra by every person. The moment you get a tinkling of the fact that somebody is trying to put you in fear or panic, or someone is trying to force you to do something in an urgent space of time when you don't want to do that, is an indication that this is not going right. The best is to disconnect. And even if you have lost some money, no problem. The important issue is you have to ask yourself, what exactly did I do wrong? And what I need to ensure I don't do again in order to avoid becoming victim of a cybercrime.
That's a very pertinent point. That's a very pertinent point to make. And Mr. Vinit Kumar, as DCP Cyber Cell Delhi, is that the Brahmastra every Indian must adopt? Disconnect moment you get such a call.
So absolutely, Gaurav, absolutely. I can't agree more. We should not be talking to these cyber fraudsters. The moment we realize that somebody is trying to scare us, we should disconnect. And also the fact that if something like this happens, if some kind of fear goes in the mind of the victim, then he or she can always report to the nearest police station, explain what is happening, talk to their friends and family members, and also they may just call on 1930, which is National Cyber Helpline. So,
1930.
Yes, I'll repeat it.
We're putting that out on your television screen also. 1930. If there is any cyber fraud, you suspect cyber fraud, give out that number, make that call and disconnect. Am I right, sir?
Yes, Gaurav, very much. If these things are done, then I'm sure one will be able to prevent himself or herself from being the victim of cyber fraud.
Jiten Jain, often do we make the mistake of not contacting family members? So, this isn't an isolated case. There are other instances that we'll be referring to, because I can't understand how a senior police officer or a senior IAS officer, I mean, IAS officers, you make policy for a country. How can you fall victim to cyber fraud? And it's happened. We've got a number of cases that we'll be talking about. Is the government doing enough to sensitize people? Get a call, disconnect. Why do people even engage, Jiten? You're on mute. Okay, unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah, are you able to hear me now?
Strength 5, go on, sir.
Yeah, so Gaurav, we have had multiple debates on digital arrests and cyber frauds on India Today channel itself.
True.
There are 4 things we must now keep in mind. A, let's stop calling them cyber frauds, because this has gone beyond frauds, beyond the money heist. This is now taking away lives. This is now getting into this modus operandi of these Chinese loan apps where students are committing suicides because they were unable to pay. Now you are seeing senior citizens who have paid money and are still committing suicides because of social stigma, because of the public image, the public image being targeted and destroyed in public. And so this is one. 2, I think the messaging, what you're saying, we have to make people aware. I slightly disagree, because I think who do you want to make aware? The most aware are the now ones who are becoming victims. India Today journalist became a victim of digital fraud last year. I think we did a show on that with Rahul. You have seen senior sitting police officers, IPS officers falling prey to it. Retired DGPs. You've seen civil servants. You've seen now lawyers. So I think when it comes to their storytelling, I think their messaging is more powerful than your awareness messaging. The way they are able to manipulate a human mind, especially senior citizens, telling them that the loved ones are caught in some drug issue in a foreign country and they need to pay money immediately, or they have ordered some drug parcel, or their SIM card is being issued on their name, which is used for terror calling and terror communications, or their bank accounts are being used for terror financing.
So, fair enough.